Because you can set a to-do list all day long, or your top 3, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get the job done. You really need to feed your soul. What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I woke up feeling inspired and motivated, right? So I said, well, what can I do to inspire you guys? Because I know what it's like firsthand to fall short. I know what it's like to feel unmotivated, uninspired, hell, lazy. Like, I know. So I was just sitting in my bed watching YouTube, of course, right? And I was just like, what can I do to inspire you guys or give you guys some helpful tips that really help me? And I know I did a video before about like prioritizing your time, you know, time management and stuff like that. Those are really great things to include, but I feel like sometimes you really have to listen to inspiring things and positivity. So I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I do to really get me into that mood of focusing on my brands, my business, and just really inspire me in those senses. So let's talk about some of my favorite podcasts that I really like to listen to, right? So I'm gonna have my phone because I want to make sure I'm doing this right. So when I'm feeling down or when I'm on my way to work, I really try to set my intentions for the day. And when you're setting your intentions for the day, you're affirming the things that you want to accomplish. And this is very big if you are big on manifesting. You know, you're speaking life into, you know, law of attraction and life of what you want, right? So for me, I try to get into a mental health. I try to get into a mental space where I'm feeding my soul with things that are going to uplift and motivate me. And I know I say that all the time in my videos, but it's so true. You have to really find things that uplift you, motivate you, and inspire you. Because if you don't, you will fall down the path of not really accomplishing everything that you want to accomplish. So the first thing that I really like to do, other than journaling, because I love to journal, and if you guys, I don't think I really went into depth about that. I think in my time management video, I talked about how I set my intentions for the day, right? And what I do is I get my journal out and I write my mood. How am I feeling in that moment, right then and there? And then I set a to-do list. And then with that to-do list, I take it from there. And along from my to-do list, I need things that keep me going. Because you can set a to-do list all day long or your top 3, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get the job done. You really need to feed your soul. So the first thing that I really like to do outside of journaling is listening to the Gold Digger podcast. Now guys, I found her on The Humble. I don't even know how I found this lady, but she's amazing. Like, she talks about great tips for email listing, you know, how to take your business to the next level. And she's always bringing people on her platform and talking about how they started their business, you know, how they got into doing YouTube, how they took their business to the next level, just really giving you that real life testimony that we need as entrepreneurs or people who really want to build a brand. Like, I was listening to, she actually uploaded yesterday, which I did not get to listen to because I try to listen all the time, and her podcast is amazing. You guys have to check it out. And the title fits itself, The Gold Digger. Are you a gold digger? Are you really trying to change your life, tap deep into those goals and take it to the next level? Then you need to hit up on her. So like, I'll just run through like a list so you guys can see some of her podcasts. Is like today's Friday. So Wednesday's episode I didn't get to listen to yet because I've been super busy, was how to deal with difficult clients, refunds, and unsatisfied shoppers. And like, if I click on the details, she gives you like a what the hell? Oh, it takes you to her group. If you click on the details, it really explains what she is going to be discussing. And I think that's really cool because you get to kind of have a better sense of the things. And these are just some of the things. 5 things you need to do on your LinkedIn profile. How to hit your goals through price setting. That one was amazing because I find as a business owner, it's really hard to price your product. And sometimes you don't want to lowball yourself, and sometimes when you're just starting out, you don't really know how to price your material. So if you guys are having trouble, you should go check that podcast out, because it was like mind-blowing for me. And then like the secret to rest and why it makes your business better. And I love that she did that, because I can't stand when people, big entrepreneurs or big bosses, you know, put out there that you don't need rest. And I'm just like, I need my sleep. Like, I may stay up at night, but I need at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I don't need 10, but at least get me to 7 to 8, I'll be okay. And then like the CEO mindset hack she used to build to be an entrepreneur. Could you make money with affiliate selling? You know, just these are just the different types of things she has on here that you guys should definitely check out. So make sure you check out the Gold Digger podcast. It really motivates me and inspires me for not only with you guys, but my budgeting business and any other things that I'm trying to tap in. And I love that she brings people on, because you really get a better sense of you're not alone in this journey. So my next favorite inspiring, motivating app, podcast, whatever, is listening to my girl, Sara Roberts. Now, I had the pleasure of not meeting her physically, like, well, I seen her, but I didn't get to like get a photo with her, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to witness this powerhouse, amazing ass woman live. Y'all, like, I have been listening to her for about a year now, and she gets me right. Do you hear me? Every time I go click on her husband's podcast app or their YouTube channel, y'all. And she also has a Woman Evolved app that I also check out too. So you guys should check out both of those, because they're amazing. Like, some of her things just it's like she doesn't make listening to the word hard. She puts it into a millennial's tone. Like, she sets it so that you can understand regardless of your age. And I love that. Like, these are just her, this is her and her husband's app. It's called the Potter House at 1 LA. So some of the things you'll see, like him, her husband, Mr. Roberts, he talked about consistency. Sara Jakes, you know, a tough spot, as you see, radical expectations. Guys, when I said her things are amazing, I probably even plug in her prayer that she did at her A Night in the Wild event, because it spoke life into me. As a business owner, as a person who works full-time, sometimes you need that extra oomph to really get you going. And it was like her message was so spot on. So if you don't listen to Sara Jakes Roberts or her husband, you should definitely check it out, because you will. I remember one day I was just not feeling in the mood, and I turned on their podcast and I was like, wow, I feel so good. I can accomplish the day. I feel inspired. I know that this is my purpose, you know, because the devil will try to steer you from what you are trying to do. And it's so important that you really, you know, protect what you're trying to do and put yourself around like-minded individuals. So another person that you guys should really check out to feel inspired is Lavender. I have found her channel recently, a couple months ago, and she's like the most soft-spoken person I have ever encountered on YouTube. And I really love her channel because, I'm just gonna go to that channel real quick. I really love her channel because not only does she give tips, she also really like says it in a way for you guys to really understand. And like one of her videos, let me see if I can find it as I'm looking on my phone. Like I found her channel on, I believe, let me see if I can find it, because you know how you can just stroll down and like find things. I found her channel when I first got into manifestation, and I just really liked how she explained manifesting. I really liked how she talked about self-sabotage, just really self-empowerment. I feel like that's an amazing thing to listen to when you're really feeling low. And I went through I mean, I'm still going through a lot, you know, mentally, losing my mom, my last parent. And, you know, I try to just really listen to content that uplifts. And another great thing that you should really do to inspire yourself to continue on your journey, wherever journey you are on, is really utilize these social apps for positive groups. You know, Facebook is great, you know, to chit chat, catch up with friends, but it's also really great to tap into groups and to meet others that are on the same path as you. Like the Gold Digger has a group. I know Sparkle Marie has a manifestation group. And there's so many others that I'm in. I'm in a lot of finance groups. I'm in a lot of, you know, budgeting groups, business groups, to just really take my brand to the next level. And I feel like we focus so much on the negative that, you know, we could be using that valuable time to really put in the effort of what we really want. And I feel like we all have the same hours in the day. I mean, some days I'm like, I don't know how I'm doing this. I don't know how I'm actually being a mother right now. And there's some days I go to bed late. There's some days I don't go to bed late. But I think the number one thing is you really have to put yourself in an environment that you want to succeed in. You know, you have to reach out to people who are on the same journey as you. Put yourself in those positions to be around those individuals, because you know, when you hang around people, and it's not that you want to get rid of your friends or none of that, because we all have different journeys, but it is perfectly fine to meet people on the same path as you. That doesn't mean you're trying to get rid of them. It just means you're trying to evolve, and as you evolve, your space becomes a little bit more limited. Your freedom becomes, not your freedom, but your free time becomes a little bit more limited, because when you're trying to take your life to the next level, there's some things that has to become at a sacrifice. And that's what I'm learning on this journey, and that's why it's so important that we all stay positive and motivated, and to just find people who really speak life to you. You know, don't follow things that aren't really for you. You know, put yourself on a path to win. If you want to win, you want to break general curses, the time is now. The time is to really focus on those things that really make you happy. Because I could tell you all day long what don't make me happy, but it doesn't matter. The moment you complain, the moment you're ungrateful, the things that you're manifesting just seem to dwindle away. You have to be motivated, and you have to cheers. If you could read my shirt, cheers. You know, you just have to be happy, have gratitude, and just be grateful for the things that you have in your life right now. So I hope this video wasn't super duper long. I just wanted to share a few things that I listened to. That's not limited to what I listen to or what I put myself in, but those are the ones that kind of just that have stuck out to me right now. Of course, books as well. I like to read a lot of books, but right now life is busy, and if it's on podcast mode, I'm gonna podcast it or Audible, because yeah, you have to do what works with your life. And I also like listening to podcasts about marriage and stuff, because I listen to the Dead Ass podcast. If you don't know who they are, you should definitely check them out. They're amazing, and you should just check them out, because they talk about life. They talk about everything: finance, business, budgeting, marriage issues. You know, you really have to put yourself, like I said, in an environment to win. You have to listen to things that speak life into where you are trying to go. Your future is ahead of you, but it's okay to plan for it and try to work and to get there. So guys, I really hope you like this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and let me know some of the people that you listen to on podcasts. I can't wait to get my own podcast. It's coming. But right now, we gotta take it day by day to get there. So, but yeah, let me know who you listen to, whether it's YouTube, podcast, Audible. Let me know. So until the next video, guys, I see you.